Hi guys, just dropping in to do the readings for the Pick of the Week card. So as last week, I've decided to use this spellcasting oracle. It's by a couple of people. I will link it in the messaging just because it's a really lovely deck. So card number 1 this week is this one. So this is all about balance and looking at what we've got going on in our lives. So if you pick this one, what I'm going to suggest to you is that there's quite a lot going on in your life, and you're trying to balance lots and lots of things. And it's not just a case of balancing, it's kind of comparing what you want with what the universe and the world around you wants you to do as well. So it's going to take a bit of willpower, but you're going to need to just sort of stop and actually kind of evaluate everything. You're going to need to look at exactly what brings you joy and where you can shine your light. It's not necessarily always going to be for the world. It might be something that you need to do, but quite often by doing that thing for yourself, you're kind of incorporating the rest of the world and the universe around you as well. So have a look for anything this week. Basically, what I can say to you about this is if you are in this situation, like I said, just have a little bit of a stop, evaluate everything, work out where you want to be and how you want to sort of push yourself forward. And it might take a little bit of willpower to just stand up on your own 2 feet and go, actually, this isn't the right course for me at the moment. I just need to balance things a little bit better and potentially come back to a few things. So if you've got card number 1, that's what I'm going to say to you. Look at what you've got going around you. Try and balance those needs between yourself and other people. And if you need to, just push back and just say, not right now. I need to concentrate on some other things. So that's card number 1 for you. So those of you who pick card number 2, we have this one. So this is all about trying to find your inner peace. Kind of ties really nicely to card number 1. So this is kind of looking at all of the chaos and all of those things that we kind of have going on in our lives every day and just finding that place that we can just stop. Sometimes, finding inner peace is really, really hard. I definitely should meditate more than I do, but sometimes I find it really hard to quieten my mind and find that sort of peace place. But just kind of, if there is a lot going around, if you can try and find that place to just stop, brilliant. If you have been in a place of quite a lot of chaos, quite a lot of things going on, this card will be popping in as well to say that is potentially going to come to a stop soon. So you are coming to the end of that sort of chaotic, lots of noise, lots of things going on around you, and soon you're just going to come into a state of like peace. It's going to be a lot calmer. It's going to be a lot more sort of conducive for moving on in those next steps of your life. So that's kind of card number 2. Again, all about finding your inner peace, coming to the end of some perhaps quite chaotic sort of situations around you, but the peace is coming. It's going to be really nice. You're going to have that calmness back in your life and you're going to have that time to recharge. So card number 2 is all about that. So hopefully that resonates with you. If you've been going through it a little bit recently, and I know a few of us have been, if you have been going through it, it is going to come to an end and you're going to have that really nice sort of peace and quiet and that space to just kind of recharge yourself. Card number 3. So card number 3 is this one. So this is entitled Freedom. So again, as a row of 3 cards, these actually work quite nicely as a little message together. But card number 3 is specifically about that position where you feel sometimes like you are trapped, that you feel potentially like you have very few options to get yourself out of a situation or an environment that you're in currently. But again, if you're looking at the symbology, there's lots of doves in here. So that's lots of doves in flight. So doves, like for most people, the symbology behind doves is a lot of peace. And for me, birds in flight very often mean taking flight and moving into next steps and kind of finding your freedom and moving forward. So if you did pick card number 3 today, don't necessarily try not to worry about the fact that you feel a little bit constricted, that you don't have that freedom that you want. It will come. You have that light within you. You have that power within you to set yourself free. So if you can kind of, and again, a lot of this sometimes is about finding that right headspace and finding that time to just sit and go, this is what I can do to get myself out of that situation. Sometimes it's quite hard and sometimes you will need to ask for help from other people. But a lot of the time, we have to make that decision internally. If we make that decision ourselves to step out of a situation or step out of a way of thinking, quite often we can set ourselves free. So this is what this card's coming in this week to remind you of. If you did pick card number 3, you do have that internal ability to set yourself free. You can take that situation and turn it around on its head and stop it from happening and set yourself free. So that's card number 3. They're really lovely cards this week. They're really positive cards. They're also a lot about looking into ourselves and finding our own way. and finding our own inner light. So sometimes that can be really tricky, but if you do have any questions or you want some help, you know, I am here, do reach out. But hopefully that's been helpful. But I will leave you to it. Have a fantastic rest of the week and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.